going to talk about using my Helix into my old Marshall Valvestate. This is the first amp I ever had. It's just a power amp, 80 watt side power amp, and I've been using it both into my Zilla 2x12 cab and now into the really nasty, well, it's not nasty, it's great value, the Harley Benton GT112 cab 1x12, which I'm happy to throw about. But I think it's safe. I've got this mic'd up now into a Shure SM57 as you would expect, and it sounds pretty fantastic. I'm really happy with it. What I've done within the unit is obviously I've turned up some of the impulse responses for a speaker because the sound is coming out of a real speaker, and I think it, you know, I love using this. The simplicity of using this with a monitor system is absolutely amazing. And even if you're using in-ears, for example, then you don't need anything at all. You just bring the Helix along and you're good to go. But I kind of like the cab, and I kind of like the way this sounds. So I've got the kind of Marshall setup here. So I'm loving it. So I'll switch over to a cleaner sound. So there you go, that is the Helix running straight into a power amp, into a mic'd up cabinet. Yes, part of the reason for buying it is so you don't have to do that, but I still think it seems great. And like I say, this is a really lightweight cabinet, happy to throw it about in the back of a car. Fits really nicely into lots of places. Really small rack power amp. One unit, no problem there. So, swings and roundabouts. Obviously, one thing just quickly to say that, you know, one of the differences is that, you know, this, what people have with modeling is the sound that you hear for a full range monitor when you have the inputs. That is the sound of a this is the sound of this setup. It is the sound of a speaker being mic'd up, coming through a speaker. If that makes sense. So what you're hearing through your full range monitor is actually the sound of an amplifier being mic'd up in a room, as it would be in a studio. If you're in a studio and you're sitting in the control room, the sound you're hearing through the monitor speakers is what is the sound that is being made and being captured by the microphone in the room. It's not the sound of the amp in the room. That's a very, very different experience than the sound of the amp in the room itself. So please do bear that in mind when you're setting up sounds. You know, it's not going to sound this, that when you're criticizing modeling. It's doing something very specific. So bear that in mind. Hope you found that useful, and I will catch you later. I'd just like to say, if you found any of these tips useful and you'd like more, please do check out my guitar creativity book. It's 70 pages packed full of tips, advice, tricks to just help you improve A, as a guitar player, and B, as a creative, really helping you to open your mind to the possibilities on the instrument and ways you can take your playing to the next level. You can check out a link below, and the link below, if you've watched this part of the video, will entitle you to 25% off the price. So please please do click that link, check out the book. I'm sure you will find the ideas will change the way you think about the guitar and improve your playing no end.